Good morning, children. Welcome back to science class. Children, I hope you all are completing your assignments date-wise neatly in your copy. Children, please complete your work and learn all the exercises and question answers. We will check your copies as the school reopens. Children, in previous class I explained you about safety and precautions we should take to prevent accidents. Now question arises, what should we do if there is any accident? Children, in case of an accident, the person must be given first aid. What is first aid? First aid is the medical help given to an injured person before a doctor arrives. Children, I think you all are aware of this sign. This is the sign of first aid box. Children, you all must have heard about first aid box. You can see first aid box over here. You can see here that how many things are kept in it. All these items should be there in this box. Some of the items are scissor, gauze, band-aid, antiseptic lotion, burnol, hand gloves, torch. All these items we should keep in the first aid box. Now children, what is first aid? First aid is the medical help given to an injured person before a doctor arrives. Children, if a person meets with an accident, it is our responsibility to give him first aid. First of all, we should not panic. If we see an accident, we should not panic. And if many people have gathered around the person, we should ask them to go away from the person so that he or she may get fresh air. Secondly, we should call the doctor or we must take the patient to the hospital. Children, first aid can be given in case of cuts, scratches, burns, sprain, nose bleeding, fracture. We will study them one by one. First aid for cuts and scratches. In case of cuts and scratches, what should we do? We should wash the wounds with clean water. Now, you know if there is any wound, blood will also come out of it. So we should clean the blood with cotton wool and that cotton should be soaked in antiseptic lotion like Dettol, Savlon. Now after that, what should we do? We should put some antiseptic lotion on the wound like soframycin, and then after that we should wrap the wound with the help of cotton or we can use bandage also. Children, if some person falls on a dirty road or gets cut with a rusted iron you know, rust means जंग आयरन पे लगती है, ठीक है. तो rusted iron objects, then what should we do? We should take him to the doctor and ask him to give an anti-tetanus injection because dirt and germs enter into the blood. They may cause disease known as tetanus. Now, in case of burns, what first aid we should give in case of burns? If the burns are minor, means light burns are there, then what should we do? We should apply ice pack or we should wash the burn with cold water. Now after that, when there is little sensation becomes less, then after that what should we do? We should apply some antiseptic cream like Bernol on the burnt area to avoid any kind of infection. A paste of baking soda mixed with water can also be applied in the burnt area. But children, if the burnt is severe, then in that case what should we do? we should make the patient lie on the floor, and after that we should take him to the hospital. And sometimes blisters also appear on the burnt area. We should not prick them. If we will prick the blisters, water inside it will come out and it will cause a lot of pain. Secondly, germs will also enter through that blister, and then they may cause infection. Now children, we should cover the burnt area with clean piece of cloth or cotton cloth so that germs may not enter and dust also may not enter into the infected area. Now, sprain. A sudden fall or hit on a particular organ causes a sprain. Like sprain, you must have heard the word sprain. It may be in the leg, hand, anywhere. The tissues around the joint. Children, joint is like knee joint, hand joint. Different parts of the bone where the bones meet is known as the joint. The tissue around the joint or the part get rupture, causing severe pain and swelling. If there is a sprain, there will be pain and swelling in that particular area. So now what should we do in this case? In this case, what should we do? We should apply ice pack on that particular area and repeat it till the pain or swelling reduces. After that, we can also use spray on that sprain area where the person has got sprain. Now, nose bleeding. You must have observed the nose bleeding many times. Few children, even in the class also, you must have observed that the nose of few children start bleeding. So what should we do in that case? We should not panic. What should we do? We should keep his or her head on the back of the chair and ask him to hold his nose tightly and ask him to breathe through mouth for that particular period of time. And if ice pack is available, what should we do? We should keep that ice pack on the nose so that the blood flow stops. In case of severe bleeding, we should take the patient to the doctor. Now, in case of fracture. Fracture is breaking of bone. If the bone breaks, children, then it is called fracture. In case of a fracture, make the victim lie down. Take a piece of cardboard. Tie the cardboard with a piece of cloth around the fractured hand. It gives support and risks the movement of the fractured bone. There should be no movement in the fractured bone, otherwise it will create a lot of problem. In case of hand fracture, a sling is used to restrict the movement of the hand. You must have observed this also, that if somebody has fractured hand, then he or she uses a sling around their neck. I'll show you one picture also. Sling is a triangular piece of cloth. Broken hand is wrapped with the sling and tied around the neck so that there is no movement in the hand and the bone can join easily. You can see over here, this is a sling. Okay. Now, next is first aid for animal bite. Children, in case of dog bite, monkey bite, cat bite, what should we do? First of all, we should wash the wound with the help of soap water. This is because the saliva of animals, they carry germs, and if they will enter the body, they will create lot of problem. After that, we should apply antiseptic lotion into that wound. And later on, we should take the patient to the doctor and ask the doctor to give him or her anti-rabies injections. Now, first aid in case of snake bite. Children, snake bite may be fatal. So what should we do in case of snake bite? We should immediately tie a piece of cloth just above the wound so that the blood containing the poison cannot reach the heart. And immediately we should rush the victim to the hospital so that doctor can give him anti-venom injection. Children, venom means poison. Now, first aid for poisoning. Children, we have many things at home which are poisonous, like naphthalene balls, pesticides, insecticides, detergent, Lysol, Harpic, medicine, kerosene oil. They all are poisonous things. They should be kept out of reach of children. But by mistake, if anybody takes these poisonous thing, then what should we do? We should try to make the victim vomit immediately so that poison, if any poison has entered the body, it will come out of the stomach. And we should rush the victim immediately to the hospital so that doctor can help him without wasting any time. Dear children, I hope you have understood the lesson well. Read the lesson thoroughly once more and then we will do the question answers. Thank you, children.